Tonight I wanna see the bright lights over me. Show me something magical. Show me everything I want and more. The best of the good life.
This weekend on Top Billing, our viewers makeover winner gets the look with beauty vlogger Mihlali Ndamase and designer David Tlale. South African skater Gareth Eckhart makes us proud as a star of Disney on Ice. We toast the Studio 54 themed birthday of a well-known champagne. Harmony does a dramatic 4x4 drive to the tallest peak in the Cape Fold Mountains. And challenges club members Tsepo Mohlala, Titi Mba and Mo T share their entrepreneurial insight. Jonathan Boynton Lee brings you the best of the good life from the home of Tony and Jackie Martingano, who backed herself to do her own interiors.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to Top Billing. Beauty vlogger Mihlali Ndamase is living proof that never before has a good idea been able to reach its market faster and more personally than in 2019. Needing some beauty tips of his own, Harmony had to know how she does it.
At 22, Mihlali N is a respected brand strategist, makeup artist and star of her own YouTube channel. As unaffected as she is professional and with a range of endorsements, she creates much of her content here at home.
Wow, this room looks like every girl's dream. Where did the love for makeup start?
Well, since I was a little girl, I mean, when I was in primary school, I used to steal my mom's lipsticks. I remember there's this red lipstick I stole when we went on a school excursion, and I wore it the entire time. Imagine we're camping and there's this little girl wearing red lipstick, and I got into so much trouble for that. And then when I got to high school, I was around 15 years old, I discovered the beauty community on YouTube, and I fell in love with the likes of Aaliyah J, Nicole Guerriera, Nikki Tutorials, and I was so inspired by those ladies to dream about one day starting my channel, and here I am.
What made you decide to turn it into a career and start a beauty vlog?
Sort of chose me because I didn't know that you could earn a living off YouTube and content creating until I got my first deal, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, so I can actually do this as a job. It's not just a hobby.
And girl, you are killing it. I've noticed these accolades on your wall.
Yes, I hit 100,000 subscribers last year in November. I'm currently sitting on 151, which is so exciting. I'm so blessed.
With all this exposure comes a lot of fans, followers, subscribers. How do you stay original and maintain a good interactive relationship with them?
It's very important to be yourself, to be authentic, and to constantly engage with your audience, listen to what they like, what their interests are, and make sure that you tap into that. That's how you stay relevant in the space. And it just also strengthens your relationship with them because they feel special and they know that you recognize them.
Now moving out of her safe space and hosting live beauty masterclasses, a makeover with Mihlali was part of our prize in Top Billing's most recent viewers competition, won by Gracious Motsiri.
Congratulations, you get to get an amazing makeover with the gorgeous Mihlali.
As soon as I heard that you're the winner, I knew the perfect spot.
Thank you very much, Mihla. I'm so happy. Like, this place looks wonderful. Also, I'll be on Top Billing, so thank you very much.
Reno, what makes this the perfect escape within the city?
It's an ideal place to unwind and relax. The villa is every guest who arrives, it's their home. We want to make them feel at home and have them enjoy the private garden, as you can see with the pool behind us, the villa with its spacious rooms, and you can even book a private chef.
Offering the latest trending outfits from his new collection, designer David Tlale wanted Gracious to feel transformed by this makeover.
Oh my God, it's David Tlale.
Oh, hey, how are you? Congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm super happy.
Oh, yeah?
Excited. Yeah.
Finally get to it, David Tlale.
Thank you very much.
Become a full-time client now.
Yeah.
All right? So we're gonna try a few things on you.
Okay.
We're gonna try this baby here. So the skirt is like very playful with ostrich feathers, a mesh top, and then maybe the lace jacket. And just mix it up and look fantastic.
David's ability to infuse ready-to-wear pieces with runway drama is unbeatable.
Oh, wow. Stunning! I love that.
Gracious, look at you, girl. Come on, somebody. Do the twirl, do the twirl, do the twirl. Yes, girl. Yes. Come on, somebody. You look gorgeous. Wow.
But I think we should try another jacket and make it more trendy.
I love it. It's absolutely stunning.
I saw all your outfits, they look amazing. But tell me, what is so special about this piece?
I think because it's our current autumn-winter collection, a bit of ostrich feather, proudly made in South Africa, a bit of tweed, which is winter, and a bit of sheer. So colors, nudes, a bit of purple coming in, slash of black will be just like popping from time to time, and you're always on trend.
And I feel like we're fairy godmothers making this an incredible day. Thank you so much for making it.
As long as she's happy.
I love the skirt, the details, the feathers, everything. I feel very rich. Like, I feel like money.
Oh, okay. Like money. Money feels like this? I love it.
Thank you.
The beauty element aimed to give Gracious a look to match and the technique to recreate it herself.
So the whole point of highlighting and contouring is to bring forward the areas that you're highlighting, and then the areas that you're contouring you would use to make them appear smaller. So if you have a big forehead, you would contour your forehead. So we moved on to eyeshadow now. I've concealed her lids and I'm applying the eyeshadow.
And what is this half method? Like, I see you putting only on one side of the...
I'm just darkening her outer corners because I'm gonna do a cut crease. So I'm gonna put a brighter color on the lid.
Mihlali grew up being affirmed by her grandmother, aunt and mother. She does the same for her followers.
So why do you use this? What is this for?
So it's a color corrector. So before you go in with the foundation, if you have pink spots, you'd use a green corrector, which is usually for women who are fairer. But us ladies of color, go in with orange just to cancel any darkness. So if you have issues with your under eye circles, if you have blemishes or anything, you just use this to cover it up before you use your foundation.
Once that consistent tone has been established, it's time to make a statement.
Wow, Gracious, you look gorgeous.
She does. She really looks stunning, and it was so easy working on her beautiful face.
So how do you feel?
Wow, I'm loving it. The neutrals, the gold glitter, and also my lipstick. I'm very happy.
So for those who aren't makeup artists, how do they achieve this look at home?
I think invest in a good foundation because the canvas is obviously very important. Understand your skin type, so purchase a foundation that's suitable for your skin type. Invest in a good primer, and don't be afraid to rock a bold eye and a bold lip. Like we've done a bold eye, a bold lip, because obviously she needs to look snazzy and fancy with her stunning outfit. So the whole look just ties everything together.
Cooking herself a hearty meal once a week is how this YouTube star keeps it real. And head chef Scott Dressels had some new ideas.
On the table this evening, I have a beautiful cider glazed pork belly for you, which I've sous vide for 24 hours. I'm serving that with two variations of polenta, so deep fried and dehydrated. I have a butternut puree on there, pickled mustard seeds and baby veg. So enjoy.
Our viewers' competition had our winner enjoying the best of the good life.
Gracious, you're one of Top Billing's biggest fans. What is your most memorable moment from today?
Getting to this place, it's very nice. Meeting Mihlali, meeting you, and also meeting David Tlale.
Mihlali, most of your vlog videos are about makeup, but what's the underlying message behind your journey?
That it's possible. Follow your dreams, follow your passion, work hard, be consistent, be very persistent as well. Don't give up on your dreams.
Well, we wish both of you all the best with your journeys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The real sweetener for fans is that Mihlali's working on an online makeup course in the form of an ebook. She's opening a makeup school and a beauty bar too.
Gracious by name, gorgeous by nature. And Mihlali, David, the next time I need a little style revolution, I know who to call.
Coming up, calling all aspiring decorators. Jackie Montangano shows what a super professional design job a self-taught homeowner can do.
The drive behind many of our outstanding Top Billing locations is a style of architecture or school of design. For Jackie Montangano, it was a far more personal association of what the word home means, and you can feel it in every room.
When Jackie was 16, her parents relocated to PE while she stayed in Joburg with friends and then with her sister. Married to Tony Martin-Gano at 20, she'd always longed for a home to anchor her own family's life. And this is it.
I know you're not just the homeowner, you also wear the hat of the interior designer. That must have been daunting.
Well, very amateur one. What I wanted to do was create a home, a haven from a hectic life. It wasn't about knowledge, it was about feel.
I love that the first thing you see when you walk in is this wine cellar under the staircase. What inspired it?
Well, we had this big blank open space that we needed to fill with something warm and inviting as you walk in the home. Wanted really nice lighting to, make it warm and welcoming. And we followed a theme very much through this area of the wood, the natural woods, because we've got the grey, cooler tones through the house. We wanted a bit of warmth in the house as well. So the wine cellar has got the backdrop of wood, the herringbone floor, which ties nicely into the front of the steps, which are also in wood. So all around making it warm and inviting and not a cold contemporary home.
The couple and their children moved in last spring and only started then with the interiors. So the decor evolved with each season.
This area is, as you can see, very open plan. We wanted it all to be one room, there are no doors, really because it's a space where the family can interact, have their own private little spaces, and we wanted it completely open plan, but with a sort of theme to each area. I've tried to tie together from a color perspective the rugs and the fabrics, but they're very distinct in terms of their spaces.
Since Jackie's last home was finished in a farmhouse style, this was new territory.
I love how these large sculptures connect the two spaces.
Yes, that's also an interesting piece, and it does tie the rooms together. This is our living room, and it's an area we use a lot during the winter because of the fireplace. So we'll often sit on the leather chairs, have a glass of wine with the fire going, and if the hubby's not interested in too much chatting, then he watches TV at the same time. So yeah, this is very much our family living room in winter.
The inspiration for their lifestyle space were the timber floors and leathered granite in the kitchen. Every other design choice arose from here.
In the design phase, this was the most challenging room for me. I wanted a very clean kitchen, but I didn't want it to be cold. So I added a wood detail on the top, which I felt brought a lot of warmth into the room. I then also changed the color. It's more like a warm grey, which then just complements and I think makes the room feel warmer than just the plain white.
And again, I'm struck by the large sculpture. Story behind this one?
This is another of my husband's picks. So he went out and found this piece and then insisted we had to find a place in the house for it. So here it is in the kitchen. It weighs a ton. And as punishment for giving me such a design dilemma, I made him hang it himself. So I made him sweat.
The black and white drinks cabinet is a design feature. And come cocktail hour, this is the place to be.
A bar, beautiful views, we must be in the entertainment area.
Absolutely. Talking about the bar, I mean, it was a very interesting find. It's a sort of composite, looks very much like concrete. So quite a natural material, thought it fitted in very well here. And then combined it with these wooden chairs, again to bring that theme in of wood with the grey. And then that server at the back, interesting in that it's got that rustic sort of steel strut. Also just adds a little bit of warmth and a little bit of interest into the bar area.
They've set these concrete counters into the glass alcove so that drinks are served against the backdrop of the view. Dining opens right up to the outdoors.
See, the bar top is reflected here on this dining top.
Yes, so the cement again giving that very casual, informal look, and chose these chairs as well to keep the area really informal and a really relaxed space.
See, with this lounge area, you've decided to go with some green palettes as well.
Yes, so wanted to make it a very natural room. It speaks to the outside. The tones are very cool and calming, and really love this piece, which is, love the texture of the lamp, add something to the room. Also the room divider over there, which just separates the two areas quite nicely, brings in the wood feature again. And then that leads on to the TV room, which really is a room where the children enjoy to relax. It's very comfortable. The couch lends itself to falling asleep in front of the TV. The doors open onto the swimming pool. So really a nice area for the youngsters to chill.
The biggest plunge Jackie and Tony took was deciding to turn a tired old Tuscan design into this modern home. Happily, architect Bruce Dixon shared their vision.
Bruce, you're the mastermind behind the stunning home. I know it's a renovation project. What were some of the challenges that you faced?
Well, with any renovation, you're always going to have challenges, where what we did here was we had to pull the entire roof off to create a more modern, structured look out of this place. But fortunately, we had a fantastic client where we were working with who saw our vision, and it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
What are some of the new modern features that you're most proud of in the house?
Well, a number of the elements what we added in here, with especially looking at when you enter into the house. The original house had no views out of the golf course when you entered the house. It was absolutely terrible. So we literally gutted the interiors and opened everything up so that you would gain this beautiful vista that you've got out here. I mean, why? You live on a golf course, you have a river, why not use their space? It's gorgeous, it's absolutely stunning. So one of the cool features we've created here on the master bathroom is this timber cladding that we've actually wrapped the entire bathroom into. And a lot of people have asked me, what is that place that you've created up there? And I said, it's the master bathroom. And people go, wow, it must be an amazing place to be sitting in. And it's just created a huge statement off the golf course. So people absolutely love it. And I know it's one of Jackie's favorite features in the house as well.
We're here surrounded by nature. Did you take into account the carbon footprint of the house when you were building it?
Well, with regards to this here, it has a lot of energy efficiency built into the design that we actually added in. Number one, all the lighting is LED lighting, so we've kept all the usage down on that there as well. All the geysers are solar geysers, we've utilized that. There's also energy efficiency built into the glass. So the house during the day, if you're standing in here, you can feel it is winter, but it's not cold in this house. It's a gorgeous place to be, whether it be summer or winter. So, building those elements in and creating the vistas, what more could you have?
A major return on Jackie's investment in this house has been achieved on a personal level. The sense of a family home which she lost in her teens has been restored through the joy of giving her daughter Lisa her own dream sanctuary.
Lisa, I can see why your mom wanted me to come in and have a look at your room. The clean lines, the color palettes, it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's my own peaceful haven. I love to come here, chill, take my mind off the busy day. We did something very different in this room. We actually took the wooden floors up to the headboard, which I loved. I actually saw a photo of it, and my mom helped me to kind of get my vision and put it together here. I've also got a beautiful floating bed, which is one of my favorite parts of my room. And it kind of just all adds to the tranquil, peaceful, awesome vibe of my room.
This bed is very unique, and I feel like it speaks to you. What other gems do you have in this room that are close to your heart?
I'd have to say that my favorite part of this room and my favorite feature, the one that means most to me, is my outside courtyard. It's kind of a place that I can go relax, read a book, winter cuddle up with a blanket and a pillow.
Along with this place to chill, Lisa enjoys a dressing room fit for a diva, leading on to a serene bathroom of her own. There's a communal indoor-outdoor lifestyle space upstairs for everyone.
Wow, guys, I could definitely get used to waking up to a view like this.
It's lovely, right?
What I love about this room is that it's very similar in terms of the accents with the greys, but this big artwork stands out, and it almost seems like the room is built around it.
So really the whole room was formed around the art piece, because again it was a piece that we saw and liked, and then it became building blocks from there for the rest of the room. So again the theme of sort of greys and that softer theme with wood and the wooden floors, a little bit different with the brick look, which although not completely contemporary, for me just adds that little bit of warmth into the room and a little bit of a difference. And then also the fireplace, set in marble, which is not so much for the warmth that it gives, but for the ambience. Another really nice area in the room is the patio outside. So what's really nice about it is it gives you a bit of privacy. So you can tan, have a glass of wine in complete privacy.
So I've seen your master bedroom, I've seen Lisa's room, but I haven't seen your son's room.
Well, that's like the bachelor pad of the house. It's got a New York skyline, very dark tones, very masculine. Yeah, and it's what he really wanted.
Jackie confesses that her and Tony Martingano's bedroom is still a work in progress, but Fez found it already just right.
This place is massive. I can see this bathroom is clearly made for two people to move through here quite freely.
Yeah, well, there was always the argument about who would shower first, so we've got the double shower. And then, obviously, the bath, which looks out on that view. Fantastic to run a bubble bath, bottle of champagne, awesome to watch the sunset.
I mean, with this view here, it makes me want to get into this bath, but I'll save you that image and just say thank you guys for a beautiful day and letting me go through your amazing home. Maybe one day I'll get a beautiful house in this estate.
Thank you, Fez.
Thank you so much, Fez.
Looking onto a garden laid out by her 87-year-old father, this is a house by, for, and of the family.
When the heart and soul of your place are as big a deal to you as the fabrics and finishes, then you've got yourself a home.
Next up, Disney leaps off the screen and lands on an ice rink near you. And after a century and a half of good times, Champagne raises a glass to itself.
Dancing is hard enough. Then they want it done in character, on ice, in winter. Just like South African Gareth Eckhart is doing among a cast of the world's best international skaters as star of Disney on Ice.
The show pulls together moments from classic Disney stories to the Academy Award-winning animated film Frozen and combines them with comedy and music. Gareth Eckhart's highlight with the company has been dancing as Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid. And for a day, Jade got to take Ariel's place.
How great is it to be performing for a South African audience?
For me, it's fantastic. I've been performing with Disney on Ice for a very long time, over 10 years, and this is my first opportunity to be back and perform in front of my home crowd. My mom actually came to watch the show the other day, which was a great thing. I don't think she's ever seen me perform in Disney on Ice, and the crowds here have been fantastic.
This really is a magical ice festival.
I've done many Disney shows, and this one is unique in the way that it brings a comedic element into the skating. And there's a lot of special effects and things that we bring into the show. Every show is a little bit different, and one of the ones that I've noticed that the audience here have gotten a real big kick out of is actually the transformation of Ariel, which is actually not done on the ice, but through a Spanish web act coming from the grid above us.
Well, I'm no professional, but I was promised a day in the life of a Disney on Ice skater. What are you going to teach me today?
Well, we're going to give you a special introduction to the last part of the show, which is a unique thing that we've put together. We're going to use lightsabers as well, so you're not only going to learn to skate, you're going to learn to do a little bit of the dancing and everything with us.
All right. What's first?
All right, bend the knees. That's always the first one we learn, yeah?
Okay.
Try to keep your toes together, point them together, and then we're going to slowly push back, and we're going to actually move backwards here. Yeah, easier than you think, yeah?
Yes.
Give it a bit of a wiggle, and you'll get a bit faster. There you go.
You've had a very interesting and successful career. How did you get into skating?
You know, shows are actually the thing that got me into skating. My sister used to skate. I saw her perform in an ice show. It was enough to give me that bug, you know, and then I started skating. I did well at the sport and managed to get to world championships in 4 continents, things like that, and it got me all the way here to where I wanted to be, which is the ice shows.
All right, Master, it's time to teach me the routine.
Gareth also has a teaching degree, so he is the master at this.
And the last move that you need to learn for the show is our turn, our spin move. So this one, we're going to have our weight on the left side, yeah? And you're going to push out with the right leg only. You're going to swoop it around and pull the feet together and see if we can get yourself a turn.
All right, so I'm going home. Okay, we're going to have to simplify that for me.
We're going to make sure you can at least just get one turn in there for us. All right, you ready? Come on.
Yes.
You're going to use the right leg only and push out and pull, arms and leg in. Arms will help you.
I don't go the whole way around though.
See, but look how far your feet are. You want to try, when you've done the scoop with the right leg, I'm going to pull my toes together and squeeze in with the toes. Push into the ice and then pull the toes together. That's it, that's it, that's it.
There we go.
That's perfect, that's
A little
awesome.
bit better.
That's awesome. Great.
All right, what's next?
Well, now that you've got all the skating moves down, we need to get your props.
Since Disney took over the Star Wars franchise, lightsabers are it.
We're going to learn the tricky part from here, so we're going to bring it up and spin left, tap. Good, swoop, spin right, tap, That's it, up to the top. Now your big spinning movement. This is where you do your spin. That's it. And drop and shimmy up to the top. Perfect. I think you're ready for the show. All you need now is a costume.
Fantastic. I'll see you on the ice, Commander.
Whether you come for the classic characters or those from favorite films like Beauty and the Beast or Tangled, there's something for everyone.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Disney world. All that's left is my skates. See you on the ice. Thanks, Eric.
For a skater who's competed at World Championship level while graduating with a second degree in sports medicine and getting married to a fellow skater, there's no better life than touring the globe with Mickey and Minnie.
Oh look, we've got some people that came to check on your progress.
Are they going to stop in time?
Hi Mickey, hi Minnie, how are you guys?
Okay, they're professionals.
Yeah, that was a fantastic job. I think you're going to be amazing in the show. What do you guys think? You think she's ready for it?
Oh,
Awesome,
I got the Minnie and Mickey thumbs up approval.
That's it, so you're ready to go.
I think so.
Gareth does his best to sell the character. Sometimes it's more important than doing fancy tricks. The kids come to see a much-loved personality from a favorite movie, and it's important to make them believe it is that character they're watching.
That was incredible. Thank you. I really felt a part of the Disney family today, and I know that you will certainly feel it too when you come and watch the show. And who knows, maybe I'll be in it next year. I'll just need to get a bit more fit.
A festival of good-natured family entertainment. Disney on Ice moves to Grand West, Cape Town from Wednesday the 10th of July to Sunday the 14th.
To still be the life of the party on your 150th anniversary, who can say that? A famous French champagne is who. It has symbolized the good life and achievement in every field for a century and a half, and to mark it called for a grand day around the globe.
80 countries took it in turn to celebrate Moet Imperial's 150th anniversary. Over 24 hours, and from Hong Kong to Johannesburg and Geneva to Montreal. Brand Portfolio Manager Patrick Leslie gave us a little perspective on the party.
Do you think you're the most loved champagne because of your association with Celebration?
Since our founding in 1743, we've really been the innovator behind celebrations, glamour, success. I mean, it goes from the Le Mans 24-hour race to the breaking of the Queen Mary with the bottle of Moet and Chandon.
What is the inspiration behind the theme Studio 54 Disco Glamour?
It's really a homage to the era that is the infamous Studio 54 club in New York, and tonight we're tipping our hat to that time.
Boise, you're always looking gorgeous. Tell me, how did you incorporate the Studio 54 theme?
Obviously, I wanted something very glittery and shiny, something that speaks to disco, the big hair, and then, of course, the feathers, but also keeping it me as well and being comfortable, yeah.
That time period, people were doing the most ridiculous of things. It was their time to come out at Studio 54. If you think about the likes of Cher, Donna Summer. So we thought something short, something sparkly, exaggerated shoulders, show.
Yeah, I think the idea was really kind of to have it be sophisticated, but then bring the party to everybody, you know, right here by the chest.
How did you incorporate the Studio 54 theme?
It's very funny. I was actually on set a couple of weeks ago when I got the email, and I said to the stylist, I was like, let me hold on to this for a couple of weeks. I'll bring it back to you, say plus minus 3 weeks, and I knew I was coming here.
It's one thing to dress for yourself, but how is it dressing as a couple? Because you guys are complimenting each other.
We have to match one way or the other. And with the theme tonight being like Studio 54, everything was black and white. I Googled everything and I ended up saying to him, babe, everything is black and white. So hence he went with black and white, and I put a touch of bling and a touch of fur.
That being faux fur, of course. The party had to be a hit if Maps Maponyane was involved.
You have the privilege of being the MC of today's event, so you got the insight on what's going to happen tonight.
Firstly, you're going to look forward to everyone being incredibly dressed, and also a little bit later on you'll get to see everyone gathering together and a massive 6-liter bottle coming out. It's going to be the Imperial bottle, which is what we're celebrating today, and we're going to be popping this massive bottle together. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be lots of confetti, lots of balloons, lots of woohoo, and people having a good time.
What makes this the most anticipated event is the attention to detail. Everybody goes above and beyond to stick to the theme. The energy is right before you even get into the space. And so when we're all gathered as friends over a glass of champers, there you go. It has to be a grand day.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to seeing all the fashion. A lot of people are looking amazing. I saw a lot of ostrich feathers today. So fashion more than anything else.
I'm here to have lots of fun and admire all the people that are looking so good.
We're just here to really deliver the right communication in terms of style, and that South African girls and gentlemen are here to just present us so beautifully. And everyone here looks amazing.
Incredible people, amazing food. Yeah, you leave the night just wishing it could start again. Yeah, it's a beautiful party.
How does it feel knowing that you're partying with over 1 million people in over 80 countries at the same time?
I mean, that's just extraordinary. And it just shows you the power of celebration, the power of remembering the positive side of life and celebrating that.
Amidst fierce competition, influencer Mandla Ngomazulu won a coveted award.
I'm standing with the best dressed man for tonight. Tell me, what was the idea? What were you going for?
I think Studio 54 was opulent, shiny things. So I didn't have shiny things, I just went for a beautiful fur and an animal print. And that's how I chose this outfit.
Positively sizzling in silver was fashion stylist Tshepi Vundla.
Ladies and gentlemen, I get to stand next to the beautiful winner of the Best Dressed Female. How do you feel?
I feel very happy, surprised, but also not surprised, yeah.
And what do you think makes this kind of event unique?
The thing that I love about this event is exclusive. So everyone that's here is a great person. They're doing well in whatever lane that they're in, and everyone's having fun, champagne is flowing, everyone's looking great. Like, everyone has stuck to the theme.
For every bubble in every glass, there was another reason to celebrate life. And so it went around the world.
What a fine champagne is in a bottle, we strive to be in a TV show.
Coming up, we 4x4 the tallest peak in the Cape Fold Mountains, and the Big Five return to their old stomping grounds in the Karoo.
Now, a sample of tonight's menu. A salad with smoked peppered mackerel and a main of ostrich and gemsbok with sweet potato mash. These are the African, Cape Malay and Karoo flavors which come together in the fantastic Matruisberg, our top-billing winter weekend escape.
2 hours northeast of Cape Town, just off the N1 near Toes River, Aquila Private Game Reserve offers a vision of wildlife not seen in this area for centuries. Here at the gateway to the Karoo, visitors often road trip the R62, renowned for its wine farms, olives, fruit and cuisine. What this safari experience adds is a hub for big game conservation, which Dougal Patterson is proud to say puts animal welfare at the heart of all they do.
Dougal, Aquila Private Game Reserve was established in 1999, but it's not just the lodge, it has a bigger picture in mind.
Yes, the bigger picture in mind was the owner, Saul Durman, purchased the property. It used to be called Elam, it was a reserve, and his major goal behind it was to reintroduce the Big Five to the Western Cape, which hadn't been in the Western Cape for the last 250 years. So there was no exposure for the Cape Town people or visitors to Cape Town to have that experience to see the Big Five.
With a sound of hippos setting the scene, the cottages transport you into the heart of Africa. Built largely from stone, thatch and wood, with bathrooms set in rock, this is about luxury blending with the environment. The open Karoo bushveld also makes for excellent game viewing, with head ranger Memory Kumalo.
What other wildlife might we find out there? We've got a lot of zebras, we've got giraffe. Unfortunately, I mean, there's no snakes at this time of the year because everything is in hibernation. I mean, I can see you sparkling in your eyes, you're happy.
Rescued from areas of overpopulation, the elephants share their new home with the first rhino born in the Western Cape since before the 1800s.
A lot of game reserves have unfortunately been hit by the horrendous crime of rhino poaching. What is Aquila doing in order to combat poaching and safely conserve the wildlife and the area?
our number one priority. We've got an anti-poaching unit. Our rhinos are protected 24 hours a day. All right? I mean, we don't showcase our anti-poaching unit because they're out there guarding them and protecting them all the time.
Central to the conservation effort has been establishing a free roaming sanctuary for lions rescued from canned hunting.
That was the alpha male. He's much louder than everybody else. And then the second loudest of the pride will be the queen, because now when they do most of the hunting, sometimes they will make a kill far away. You can hear a lion roar from 8 to 10 kilometers away. All right. So she has to communicate with him, because that's why it's called the lion share. He has to eat first. They kill, they wait for him to gut out. Because why is the lion share? He has to eat the heart, the liver and the lungs. That's the most nutritious or the valuable stuff than everybody else. It's a caste system, and then now the queen will eat. If there is any cubs as well, the mothers will try and scavenge and scrounge them for them.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. But I think I know what they were saying.
What are we?
They were saying, harmony is here. The African king. I see you, my brothers. I see you.
The reserve is now researching whether a new generation of lions bred in captivity can be reintroduced into these wild surrounds from birth.
Memory, I must say, today has been so spectacular. We've managed to see 4 of the big 5. My goodness, what a day.
Cheers to that one.
With a vision of big games returned to this area, Harmony was going to sleep well. And in anticipation of exploring the Matruisberg the next day with Didi de Kock.
Well, I'm here especially for the 4x4 trail. Can you tell me more about it?
This old guy will take us up the 4x4 trail. It's one of the 3 top 4x4 trails in South Africa. It's one of the 3 steepest trails as well. And in the book, The Bucket List, it's listed as number 8 for one of the things you have to do once in your life at least. So we're quite excited on the trail. A part of the trail was built by men only, no machines. My dad built that many years ago, and we are proud of what we have here. We guide people, we teach people. You can come here as a novice without knowing anything about 4x4ing. And we as a family will take you and we will guide you, teach you, show you, and make sure you're safe.
Well, let the adventures begin.
They were headed up the tallest peak in the province, approaching 2.5 kilometers high. As Didi tells it, God created this mountain and they must conserve it. But keeping it under lock and key would be pointless. It's being conserved by using it.
We've made it. Top of the mountain.
You're not at the top yet, Harmony. This is only like a third of the mountain.
Oh.
But the road that we came up now was built by hand. It took 8 men, 9 days, shovels, a cable, and a kuffet, and 1 tractor. The road was originally built to harvest the proteas that we exported to Germany and Holland and France back in the 80s and 90s. And that was the whole idea of the road. And then after a big veld fire, we lost all the flowers. And we started to extend it for tourism.
Between those fires and a mountain regularly under snow in winter, other fynbos does still grow here.
You can see that the little flower is hanging upside down on the bush.
Yeah.
So they're still in the process of opening for winter because they flower in winter.
Wow.
But they will never lift the head up like a normal flower, like that.
Yeah.
They always overhang. You can see here's some of them, but the time is gone now, but the seeds are still there.
Yeah.
Like the resilient fynbos, Didi's family aren't shy of winter conditions. And when it snows, they see it as a welcome challenge. As you get 3/4 of the way up, the rock formation shows a pinnacle in the shape of a sailor standing alongside his ship. The Afrikaans name for sailor is Matruis, from which the mountain got its name. quite fitting, since much of this area once lay under an inland sea.
Didi, props on your driving. That was an amazing 4x4 route, and this view was so worth it.
But I think the most spectacular of all of this is the canyon. I mean, there's very few of these canyons in South Africa, and we're accessible for people who's not into hiking. You can actually bring your whole family. You can bring grandma and grandpa. You can come up here in a wheelchair. So it's so accessible to everybody, and I think that is quite something.
Tell me about these rock formations.
Okay, obviously the mountains are extremely old, but you will notice from Cape Town up to Natal, you get the whole mountain range in South Africa on the east coast. And that was with the collisions of the continents. And if you turn around and you look behind you, you will see that it actually formed like a car crash when your bonnet pulls up. The rock formations actually does that. So you can clearly see how the continents connected to each other, and this piece of land just bubbled up and formed this most amazing mountain range in South Africa. We've got the evidence that the water from the Karoo actually flew through these mountains by the pebbles that's locked inside the rock formations, and obviously by the depth of the canyons, because part of it was created by the collision of the continents and the rest was created by the water that flew out of here on the way to the ocean.
The epic forces and 320 million years which shaped this place are covered in a 7-hour round trip, leaving you with a huge sense of accomplishment. If after all this driving you're in need of a good stretch, they have a solution too. At the Aquila Safari Spa, therapist Kelly Muller uses all natural products, harnessing the powers of indigenous plants and herbs.
Kelly, I'll let you in on a little secret. This is what I've been looking forward to the whole day. So what are some of the facilities that you have here?
We have one indoor heated pool, one cold pool, steam room and sauna room.
And which massage am I gonna get?
You're gonna get the African wood massage. It's our signature massage. We use a shea butter to massage.
It was a chance to reflect on the sense of fulfillment you get here. Taking a 4x4 challenge with a family who've been stewards of a great mountain for generations. Seeing wildlife which would have been statistics if not for the conservation efforts they take here. We arrived for dinner with a restored faith in humanity, not to mention an appetite. Chef Mark already had the mackerel salad done, so it was on to mains.
Chef.
Hey, Harmony, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, man.
Awesome. I've had a beautiful day experiencing all the amazing things that this place has to offer, but there's only one thing left. What's on the menu?
On the main, we have a duo of gemsbok, ostrich fillet, with once again a duo of sweet potato mash and normal potato, butternut flan, and some vegetables.
All right.
This being winter, nobody was counting how many carbs or cubes of butter.
So you can take your tongs and just put a little bit of that on.
Watch this.
Ah, beautiful.
Already.
Beautiful.
Professional.
Oui.
Come on.
So we're just using the normal potato mash. We're going to serve that with the gemsbok, because the thing is, gemsbok is a little bit less gamey than the ostrich.
Yeah.
Ostrich we can opt for the sweet potato mash because it asks for something sweeter.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the grill with a little bit of oil, 2 minutes on either side, and we let it rest. And then we're going to, while that is resting, we'll plate up. Just drizzle. Yeah, there we go.
Let's even put an A for Aquila. There we go.
Having seen, heard, touched and smelt the Karoo, it was time to taste it.
Chef, thank you so much for treating me to Aquila's luxurious African hospitality and culinary delights. Here's to good food and good times.
My pleasure.
Next time you're headed up the N1, take a turn at Touws River. You won't regret it.
Harmony's having all the fun this week. It's that voice. He's charming our production staff again. The man is shameless.
Next, industry-leading artists, creators and innovators are brought together to challenge the idea of business as usual. What
do Mo Flava, Londi London and Aaron Moluisi have in common? These maverick creators and more like them have been selected to the Glenfiddich Challengers Club to transfer their insight, knowledge and passion across South Africa.
The Glenfiddich Challengers Club meets in a whiskey bar within a billboard, strikingly set against the Joburg skyline. MD for the brand's ad agency, Duncan McLennan, put us in the picture.
Glenfiddich is a brand with a reputation for pioneering innovation. It's got a maverick spirit that exists in every single drop of its award-winning whiskey. We wanted to celebrate this spirit by bringing those that embody it together. So the Challengers Club is more than a whiskey bar. It's a meeting point for change makers from a diverse selection of industries to come together and through authentic storytelling, using their experiences and their wisdom to inspire the future generation of challengers and young entrepreneurs in our country.
These personal success stories have a natural synergy with the brand, as marketing manager Kelly Johnson explains.
Glenfiddich, the world's most awarded single malt whiskey, has officially become a disruptor of the Joburg city skyline and has launched the first ever functional billboard. So tell me more about the Challengers Club.
So being a challenger is actually more mindset than anything else. It's really based on the fact that these people are the top of their game, and we do believe that it's an opportunity for us to share that mentality and inspire South Africa as a whole. So they got an opportunity to meet, connect, and basically tell us a little bit about their journey as change makers in our country. And the fact that it was housed in the world's first billboard bar really does talk to the maverick spirits of Glenfiddich.
Glenfiddich is known for pushing boundaries and challenging convention. Something like the Challengers Club is truly unique, so what inspired the idea?
So we understand that the whiskey as a category generally has a lot of rules and traditions. Glenfiddich as a brand does not follow rules and traditions. We did it 130 years ago and we're not about to do it now. So being disruptive for us was very important because it wasn't just about doing the traditional. It was about breaking the conforms, throwing away the rule book and making sure that we do something with purpose that can live beyond this.
Club members share with a radio audience how they keep innovating and creating.
The roundtable discussions are captured in a podcast format and then they're distributed nationally on Metro FM, something we could hear on a weekly basis. What are some of the themes that were covered?
Some of the themes that we incorporated were persistence, passion, innovation and creation. And we do believe as a brand we also stand for those pillars.
How important is it to have a platform such as this in our country and something that brings together mavericks and leaders in their respective industries?
I've been with the brand for about 7 years now. We started small. We were called the Glenfiddich Mentoring System, but now we call the guys challengers because they actually challenge everything that they believe in. And sometimes we need to be reminded on why we actually chose the path that we chose.
Titi, what do you love about the concept of the Challengers Club?
It actually challenges different mavericks who operate in different spaces about what they can do in their spaces to make a difference.
Yeah.
I was privileged enough to have been invited at their last Challengers Club session, and what I learned from that is that people will always see the glory but not actually understand the story.
Yeah.
And that's what the Challengers Club is about, understanding people's perspective, the story that they have to share with the world, and most importantly, what they have to give back based on the story that they have to carry.
Joining the conversation with mavericks in music and business was fashion designer Tsepo Mohlala.
Tsepo, the gene maker, how does it feel to be part of the Challengers Club?
It was, I think, an affirmation that I'm on the right track, that I'm doing the right thing. And if a big whiskey brand like this would recognize a guy like myself who's just trying to get the best genes, go Tsakane, go Victoria to the world, I feel for me it's just amazing.
How was the podcast series? They came up with a really great concept of that podcast in the billboard, and you were part of that as well. What were some of your highlights from that series?
Some of the highlights from the series, right? I was sitting next to DJ Fresh. It was an honor to be sitting next to such giants in the industry, guys who've been doing the same thing over and over and over and trying to get it right. For me, it just reminded me that you're on the right path and just stay hungry, just stay foolish, just stay crazy.
Your one in particular was, I think, around complacency. So what was your highlight of that topic?
That was just like a set reminder, you know, that you just keep pushing, because being complacent simply means that you're in the comfort zone. So yeah, man, that was just a sign just saying, yo, listen, man, like just keep pushing. You don't stop working, you don't stop improving yourself, your craft, and yeah, that's it.
Durban and Cape Town, you are next as the Glenfiddich Challengers Club goes national, with Durban in July and Cape Town coming later this year.
A lot of brain and soul power in that room, creating a ripple effect of inspiration for our next wave of innovators and entrepreneurs. Join the party on #TopBilling. Let's hear your ideas. And until next weekend, good night and God bless.
The party continues next Saturday as Ryle de Mornay rips the cover of a top fitness magazine. It's Durban July season as fashion steps out of its winter cocoon to dazzle. Ashley Lloyd seizes the spotlight with organic design, while mother and daughter Pauline and Tamburai go global with their African luxury brand.